everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial, and today we are stepping once more into the mortal realms, and we are painting up the Lumineth Realm Lord's new release, the Vanari Lord Regent, on foot, no less. He's absolutely beautiful new miniature that Games Workshop sent me to build up and paint with all of you, and that is exactly what we are doing today, and I've been really looking forward to this one, because I think this is just absolutely stunning, and I love it. So, massive thank you to them, and we're going to jump in, and we're going to start painting. So, this guy has been primed in Wraithbone, and we are not painting it in the colours of Geometrica. We've done a lot of Geometrica tutorials, and we've got a few more to do over the next few years. So, today what we're going to do is we're going to paint this one up in the colours of Zaitrec, which is the other sort of one you can see on the box art. It's the lovely burgundy and white one. So that's what we're going to be doing. And the colour that we're going to be using first is a roughly 4 parts Sigvald Burgundy to 2 parts Lahmian Medium mix. And, well, we're going to be applying this over top of everywhere where you can see burgundy. And the reason we've done that mix in a 4:2 rather than as a 2:1 is so that we can get a lot more of the model done without having to remix it. Should be able to get all of it done like this because, well, there's rather a lot of burgundy present on the miniature. So we've got the entirety of the cape, we've got the plume, and we've got the trim as well of the sort of, well, it's the white stuff. As always, I recommend having the box art open in front of you to figure out exactly where to go here. And we're starting with this one so that if we make any mistakes we can just correct it nice and easily. And so with that all done, what we're then going to do is take a roughly 1:1 mix of Lahmian Medium and Volupus Pink. I'm going to apply this over the top. So with that all done, we're now going to take some Soulblight Grey. And we're going to apply this over top of all of the areas that are going to be white. So this is going to be the rest of the helmet plumage and the inside of his kind of inner cloak dress type thing, as well as the undershirt and the top of the trousers. However, the bit that goes around the back of the boots down here, we'll leave that as a different colour. And with all that Soulblight Grey applied, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some Black Legion, and we're going to apply this over top of any leather details. So we do actually have a little bit of corset just back here to apply this over top of. We have the backs of the boots that we didn't do with Soulblight Grey. We have a little leather pendant across the shield. And there is a strap halfway up the scabbard as well. And with that Black Legion all applied, we're then going to take some Cygor Brown. We're going to apply this over the top of our 2 wooden areas So our two wooden areas are going to be the scabbard and the inside of the shield. And so with that all done, we then take some Guilliman Flesh and we apply this over the top of the face. So with that all done, it's now time to apply the biggest main colour, which is going to be some thinned down Retributor Armour. And, well, I'd recommend having the box art open in front of you for all of this, because there is rather a lot of gold here. But it's almost everything that remains, except for any scale mail, the rune on the shield here, and stuff like the sword blade. And so with all of that Retributor Armour applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Leadbelcher. I'm going to apply this over top of all of our remaining details. So with that all done, it's now time to add some shades. And the first of these is going to be a roughly 1-to-1 mix of Lahmian Medium and Fyreslayer Flesh. And we're going to apply this over top of all the gold. Just like this. Next up, we're then going to take some Druchii Violet. I'm going to use this to shade the scale mail and the rune on the front of the shield. With that all done, just on the cloak, we're going to take some Carroburg Crimson. And we're going to apply this over the top just to bring that colour down just a little bit more. And so with that all done, we're then going to take some Nuln Oil. And we're going to use this over the top of the remaining silver details. And so with that all done, we're then going to take a little bit of Blood Angel's Red. And we're going to apply this over top of the grip of the sword. So with that all done, our Vanari Lord Regent is now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready. He's looking pretty good. However, we're of course not going to leave him there. No, we're going to take him to the next level. We're going to do this by adding some layers and some highlights. Now, the first of these is going to be a layer, and it's going to be some thinned down Corax White. We're going to use this to relayer all of the white details, just avoiding anywhere where we've got some lovely shading from our Soulblight Grey. So with all that Corax White applied, we're then going to take some thinned down white scar. I'm going to use this to highlight all of those white details. So with all that white now finished, what we're going to do is move on to the burgundy. And we're going to take some thinned down pink horror to do exactly that. And with all that pink horror applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Fulgrim Pink. I'm going to add some very small little spot highlights to the sharpest points in our burgundy. With our burgundy now all finished, our next port of call is to take a teensy tiny bit of Black Legion. And we're going to apply this over the top of his eyeballs. And with that Black Legion all applied, we then want to take the teensiest, tiniest little dot of Screaming Skull. I'm going to apply this in the corners of the eyeballs. And with the eyes now done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Dawnstone. I'm going to use this to highlight what little black details that we have. And with that Dawnstone all applied, we then take some thinned down Administratum Grey. We use this to add some little spot highlights to that black. So with that all done, we're now going to work on the sword. What we're going to do is we're going to take some black Templar. I'm going to do a little bit of blending here, just along either side of the blade. So I'm going to start up here. I'm going to apply this black Templar like so, coming down to around about there, like that. Then I'm going to wash the brush, get rid of the water, and then we're just going to blend that into the rest of the sword. And then similarly, I'm going to do this up the other side from the base. And so with that all done, we then take some thinned down Leadbelcher, but we thin it down just a little bit more than we would normally, sort of 3 or 4 parts water, so 1 part Leadbelcher. And we apply this over top of the other part of the blade that we haven't applied the Black Templar on, like so. And then we blend it back the other way into the Black Templar. Like that. And so with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Ironbreaker. I'm going to use this to highlight all of the silver. And so with that all done, we now come to the, well, the last section of him, but it is of course the biggest, and I'm talking about all the gold. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to take some thinned down Retributor Armour. I'm going to use this to relayer all of the flat, wide open parts of the gold, just avoiding anywhere where we've got that lovely shade in the recesses. And so with all of that Retributor Armour relayered, what we're then going to do is take a roughly 2 parts Stormhost Silver to 1 part Retributor Armour mix. I'm going to use this to highlight all of our gold. And so to finish things up, we're going to take some Magos Purple and we're going to apply this over top of the gems. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/warhipster, just like all of these wonderful amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.